everybody, it's Lance the Lush, and it's the Season 3 premiere. And today we're talking about the platform beer companies Cherimoya Project with Kaffir Lime Ales. Pale. As I'm reading off the web page here, I look at my monitor. Now, Lush fans, honestly, I saw this in the store a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to pick it up, but I wanted to wait to the Season 3 premiere, only because I want you, my fellow reviewers and viewers, to know exactly what I'm talking about. And also, Lush fans, there's no Bernie beer on this Season 3 premiere. Thank God. But you know what? We're going to have a good review. We have a lot of stuff to talk about this season. We're growing. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff I want to go over. There's a lot of changes I talked about. So if you look in the eye up top, if I remember to put it up there, I talk about what I'm going to talk about, what I'm going to do this season. And we're going to start right here, right now. Now, let everybody know that the Platform Beer Company is located in Cleveland, Ohio, in case you just in case you didn't know. Now, it says it's dry hop with Kaffir Pale. Now, it says also on the can, that it's Cherimoya fruit and Kaffir lime. Now, I'm looking at the can here. There's not really much to go on, but I will let you know what it says on the back of the can, what's in it as far as the quote-unquote ingredients. It is a six malt mix, It is Columbus, Mosaic, All Summer, the yeast is San Diego, or sunny San Diego if you prefer. The fruit is Cherimoya and Kaffir lime leaves. Now it says it's 6.8% alcohol by volume. Now the IBUs, I looked around and I did not see it at all. So in the comments below, please tell me if you know what the IBUs are. Please let me know. It's kind of interested. I'll add it to the description later. Now to let you know, Platform Beer Company, as I look on their official webpage, it's paper flippin' thin. And Lush fans, I totally apologize for that, because I don't know what they're doing up there. And I know they do a lot of contract brewing, but come on, Platform, at least show up and have a description on your official webpage. I mean, I'm looking at this like, this is embarrassing, very embarrassing. So for me, if you're looking to describe what you are for the record, you should have it on there. I'm sorry. Now, I will say, there's a lot of places you can find this beer. Like, you can find New York, you can find Atlanta, you can find in Baltimore. I'm just scrolling down here so you know. You can find down in Greensboro, North Carolina, Las Vegas. Let's see here. You find my former stomping grounds of Phoenix, Portland, sunny San Diego, which we talked about. So, Toronto up in Canada, so our Canadian friends can find this if they choose. So there's a lot of places you can find this particular beverage. Now, so you know, Cherimoya, if I get to the right page, according to Wikipedia, and I'm reading directly off the monitor, is also spelled Cherimoya as a fruit species of Anoa cherimoya, which is thought to be native to Ecuador, Colombia, Peru, and Bolivia, then transported to the Andes and Central America. Today, Cherimoya is grown throughout South Asia, Central America, South America, California, Hawaii, Southern Europe, East Africa, and Kissy in particular in Northern Africa. That is the official Wikipedia stance on this. Now, like I said in the description, if you know more, please let me know. Now, the Kaffir lime, according to Wikipedia, is sometimes referred in English as the Makrut lime or Maris Parpad, and I know I totally butchered that, and I apologize for that up front. It is a citrus fruit native to tropical Asia, including India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. This fruit and leaves are used in Southeast Asian cuisine and essential oil used in perfumery. So, like internationally, please let me know if that's correct. I know I'm getting way off the subject, but Lush fans, I made a promise this season, and when I state something for the record, I want all the information you can have as possible. So when I talk about it, you have a reference to think about. Now, we're gonna get in this beer right now. I know it took me a while to get into it. We're gonna talk about it. Now I'm going for the pour. Now this pour, I know and Lush fans, I know it's a season 3 premiere, and I totally apologize for the big time head in this. But I'm looking at the said head in question, and I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Is this a cheap malt beer? And I'm talking real cheap. I'm talking like Magnum, Laser, something like that. But I will say this, there's some actually really good head retention. The carbonation is actually relatively decent. Now the smell is definitely citrus. Now, Lush fans, I said in my opening statements for the Wikipedia descriptions, it's going to have some citrus in it. But it being of the Southeast Asian variety, it really depends on your smell. Honestly, I'm thinking more of the passion fruit variety. Even though it has that orange smell, it has that back smell. And you fruit fans know exactly what I'm talking about as far as the back smell, as far as fruits of, the tropical passion fruits. So that's something really to notice in this particular one. And Lush fans, I want you to know is also that head retention is very, very good. Meaning, I had that initial head. Now move my hand down, but the head is staying strong and it's frothed up even more. I'm gonna pour a little bit more in here, just to see if I get a little bit more of a difference. But now that I see it now, there's a lot of that darker, that oranges. The best way to describe it is that dark golden look. Like I said, the carbonation is actually really good. Even though you can't see it on the camera, but I can see it here in the light. That's to that stage left to you. Got a little taste here. This is interesting because I haven't had these particular fruits in a very long time. Actually, I have to say, I have to be back in high school. You're talking 15 years ago when I had these particular ones. And it's actually different. Now, I'm taking a little sip and I'll explain why. Say what you want about Platform, but I will say this about this one. They outdone themselves on this because it's not your typical IPA as the can. I mean, it's not saying on the can itself that's an IPA, but I'm not totally sure it masquerades itself as that. And the people from Platform might watch this, please tell me. It has that bite. Now, the best way to describe it is not that IPA bite that you might expect, but it definitely gets your attention. You definitely taste the hops in this. Now, the one thing I do know as far as the hops is the mosaic. I do pick that out immediately, maybe because of my palate. Now, the San Diego yeast, that's one of those specific strains you gotta be picking out. I pick it up a little bit, but San Diego in general, let you know, Lush fans, is more that quote unquote southwestern taste. That's just me. But if you have something different in the comments, please let me know. I really don't pick nothing else in that. Now, the 6.8% is definitely there. It has that bite. It has that kick. It definitely gets your attention. Excuse me. You know, I'm just rambling. I know I'm getting close to 10 minutes on this review, but this being the season premiere, and it's something normally different I wouldn't touch, I wanted to talk about it in depth. Now, you're probably wondering how many chokaboos I'm going to give this. I'm going to take one more sip and get one final thought. Man, that's good. Um, it's definitely 4 chokaboos. I wouldn't necessarily give it a 5, but definitely a 4. And a lot of because of this. Platform, they do some interesting stuff, excuse me. But they do some stuff that I kind of question, but that's in the eye of the beholder. Now, this, because they rarely come out with something commercially, they have very, very few items out there. Now, you go back, like if you look, put an eye up there to Speed Merchant, I was very impressed with that. This one, I'm impressed also, but it's one of those ones to where it's there, but it's not there. That makes any sense. If you get this, I highly recommend that you take this very subjectively. Don't even pair it with food. I mean, have something very light if you do. If you one of those beverage drinkers that do not want to drink or refuse to drink on an empty stomach, I don't recommend that. Well, let me rephrase. Let me back that up. You can drink on an empty stomach, but if you're one of those people that that refuse to do that for whatever reason, eat something light first, and that's one of these ones. Like I said, it's 4 chokaboos, but a little bit more in here. And Lush fans, I'm trying to pick up something else in this particular beverage, and I can't. And my allergies are clear, which is a rarity. But this is actually really good. The Lush recommends if you can get in your area. If you're, and I don't want to say this, but PM me if you want to set up a trade for something this specifically. I hate to say that in an actual review, but the option is out there. But I'm gonna get off here, Lush fans. This is Platform Brewing Company. Let me stop that right now. This is the Platform Beer Company's, the Cherimoya Project Dry Hop Capper Ale, as you can see here. Thank you for watching the Season 3 premiere, and stay tuned for the next edition of Lance the Lush.